Ooh, thank you.
No, it's from another game.
I know. It's a wonderful little club you have.
Oh, you wish for more? Alright. Let me find one. Lifesaver, cue the scary music.
Scary music time.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Or we just having like a fucking we should all just gather around with a bridge and just listen to scary stories. That work. Like all of us.
That wouldn't work though.
Let's see.
It would kill us.
The big toe. Thank you for the music. A boy was digging at the end of the garden when he saw a big toe. He tried to pick it up, but it was stuck to something. So he gave it a good hard jerk, and it came out of his hand. Then he heard something groan and scamper away. The boy took the toe into the kitchen and showed it to his mother. "It looks nice and plump," she said. "We'll put it in soup and we'll have it for supper." That night, his father carved the toe into 3 pieces. Turn story. And they each had a piece. When they did dishes, and when it got to dark, they went to bed. The boy fell asleep almost at once, but in the middle of the night, a sound awakened him. There was something out in the street. It was a voice, and it was calling to him. Oh, I need to, get back in my taunt. Someone got in my way. Furious George, I hate you.
Ooh, take your time.
Alright, where was I? Oh yes, the road. Where is my toe? When the boy heard that, he got very scared, but he thought, it doesn't know where I am, it will never find me. Then he heard the voice once more, only now, it was closer. When the boy heard that, where is my toe? The boy pulled the blankets over his head and closed his eyes. I'll go to sleep, he thought. When I wake up, we'll be gone. But as soon as he heard, oh my god, I cannot read, I'm sorry, gentlemen.
Alright.
But soon he heard the back door open, and again, he heard the voice. Where is my toe? It groaned. Then the boy heard footsteps and moved towards the kitchen, into the dining room, into the living room, into the front hall. Then slowly, they climbed the stairs. Soon, they were in the stairs hall. Now, they were outside his door. Where is my toe? His door opened. Shaking with fear, he listened as the footsteps slowly moved through the dark towards his bed. Then they stopped. Where is my toe? Voice groaned. When the boy hears the... You know who has the toe?
He doesn't, obviously.
You've got it! Boom. Big reveal. Story over.
Epic.
Hold on. Please. Yeah, no, we'll just group up like what class we are.
Massive conga.
on, you missed it.
It's all spies.
This is such a...
Very nice. Very nice.
That's what makes cubes better.
Oh god, there's 20.
It's alright. The server can handle it,
Anyone
maybe.
who doesn't have a conga line taunt, come join in the conga line.
Oh, I love this song.
I have my conga music replaced with Flow of Fury, and so this is just so fucking loud I can't even hear what Taylor's playing.
I should replace my conga noise with bidoo banana bus, bidoo banana bus, bidoo banana bus, bidoo
That's
banana
about-
bus. I don't need to get that.
I'm
When I
saving so
feel
many
Flow
images.
because like shit like this is so loud it actually is breaking my audio.
Did you record me sharing the scary stories, Lucifix? You better have.
I hate it. It's just bad now because like the actual music cut out.
Some celebration music because epic.
You know what? Let's do more story time. Everybody, stop. Stop.
More story time.
Everybody, stop.
Stop dancing, stop dancing.
Everybody, sit down. Grab a snack. Relax. We're gonna hear some chilling stories.
Story time, motherfucker, stop dancing.
It's a wonderful.
Sit down. Sit down, loser.
Lifesaver, cue the scary music. Alright, now that that's over, engineer, please sit down. Ooh, very nice. Alright,
This is good.
let's get it. That's very spooky, thank you. Alright, let's begin. The walk. My uncle was walking
sit
down.
down.
Sit down, sit down. Alright, you know what? You can stay crouched, just don't be a nuisance. My uncle was walking down a lonely dirt road one day. He came upon a man who was also walking down that road. The man looked at my uncle, and my uncle looked at the man. The man was scared of my uncle, and my uncle was scared of that man. They kept on walking, and it began to get dark. The man looked at my uncle. My uncle looked at the man. The man was very scared of my uncle. My uncle was very scared of the man. But they kept on walking, and they came to big woods. It was getting darker, and the man looked at my uncle, and my uncle looked at the man. The man was really scared of my uncle, and my uncle was really scared of the man. But they kept on walking, and they came to but they kept on walking, and deep down into the woods they went. It was getting darker, and the man looked at my uncle, and my uncle looked at the man. The man was terrible scared of my uncle, and my uncle was terrible scared of End of story.
Very epic.
Hey,
That was good, yeah.
That was called
Fit
The
is
I
Walk.
don't get it.
It's just that, The Walk.
Round of applause for it.
it's a
Nothing happened.
wonderful story about
stories.
how fear
More
doing
stories,
anything.
more stories. More stories.
More
guys.
stories. Medic, go medic though. Go medic and join the medics.
But I am medic as a medic.
Come on. Go over, go over.
Alright,
What?
let's see. What do you come for, my friend? What do you come for? Over here. Alright, let's begin.
I feel as if I've
It
been
was-
personally targeted.
That is A-okay. What do you come for?
Oh, that was fun.
Everybody sit down, sit down, sit down. Have a
Hold on,
relax,
it's
relax.
the assassin. Give me a minute.
Take your time, take your time. Alright. So, what do you come for? There was an old woman who lived all by herself, and she was very lonely. Sitting in the kitchen one night, she said, "Oh, I wish I had some company." No sooner had she spoken than down the chimney tumbled 2 feet from which the flesh had rotted. The old woman's eyes bulged with terror, and the 2 legs dropped down to the hearth and attached themselves to the feet. A body tumbled down, then 2 on 2 in a man's head. As the old woman watched, the parts came together into a great, gangling man. The man danced around the room. And faster he went, then he stopped. Then he looked into her eyes. "What do you come for?" she said in a small voice, shivered and shook. "What do I come for?" he said. "I come for you!" That was what do you come for?
Hello.
Now, if you excuse me, I need to go back to my spot because a very rude person killed me.
Okay, come back to the spot now.
Tiny cat warrior, someone take care of her. They're following me.
That's what I was trying to do earlier.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll just cloak. There's atomic mice.
Oh, I swear to fuck, I'm gonna break your
Bumper
fucking
car
knuckles.
hours. Bumper car hours.
Alright,
No,
let's see.
I don't think so.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to come to story time as a sniper.
Precautions. Just the precautions.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Alright,
That's
everybody
alright.
take a seat, please. Relax. This one will be scary as well. Alright. Are we all settled down?
Settle down might not be the right word for
Hold
it.
on.
Give them a moment.
Should have been recording the entire time. That's okay, my friend. Alright.
Alright. Better late than never.
Are we good? We all relaxed? Everybody happy now?
There's still a few.
Hold on, I have someone to deal with.
Ooh, that's okay. You take your time.
That's what you get for using hit scan, bitch.
Thank you, cat girl. Just post on YouTube. Okay. Calm down. Be quiet. Alright.
See how sticky is in the middle of the story time. Should we be concerned?
You know what?
But good.
Alright, everybody sit down, settle down. Alright. Lifesaver, can I get some of that music, please? Thank you. The girl who stood on a grave. Some boys and girls were at a party one night. There was a graveyard down the street, and they were talking about how scary it was. Don't ever stand on a grave after dark, one of the boys said. The person inside will grab you. They'll pull you under. That's not true, one of the girls said. It's just a superstition. I'll give you $1 if you stand on a grave, said a boy. A grave doesn't scare me, said the girl. I'll do it right now. The boy handed her his knife. Stick this knife in one of the graves, he said. Then we'll know you were there. The graveyard was filled with shadows and was as quiet as death. There's nothing to be scared of, the girl told herself, but she was scared anyway. She picked out a grave and stood on it, and plunged the knife into the soil. It started to leave, but she couldn't get away. Something was holding her back. She tried a second time to leave, but she couldn't move. She was just filled with terror. Something has got me, she screamed, and she fell to the ground. When she didn't come back, the others went to look for her. They found her body sprawled across the grave without realizing it. She had plunged her knife through her skirt and pinned it to the ground. It was only the knife that killed her. She had died of fright. The end. Have a good one, my lifesaver.
No. My lifesaver.
Lifesaver with the music and man with the good story. Good combo.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, lifesaver. You were good music man.
Oh my god.
No more ominous music.
No, but we still have stories.
Cool.
I would like one more story tonight. You have to run off.
Here's a more comedic story. Here's a more comedic story. The Slithery D. The Slithery D. He came out the sea. He ate all the others, but he didn't eat me. The Slithery D. He came out the sea. He ate all the others, but he didn't eat. End.
That one better more than it should have.
Here's another more comedic story. Aaron Kelly's bones. Aaron Kelly was dead. They bought him a coffin and had a funeral and buried him. But that night, he got out of his stocking, and when he came home, his family was sitting around the fire when he walked in. He sat down next to his window, and he said, "What's going on? You all act like somebody's dead. Who's dead?" His widow said, "You are." "I don't feel dead," he said. "I feel fine." "You don't look fine," the widow said. "You look dead. You'd better get back into the grave where you belong." "I'm not going back to the grave until I feel dead," he said. Since Aaron wouldn't go back, his widow couldn't collect his life insurance. Without that, she couldn't pay for the coffin, and the undertaker said he would have to take it back. Aaron didn't care. He just sat by the fire rocking in a chair and warming his hands and feet, but his joints were dry and his back was stiff. And every time he moved, he creaked and cracked. One night, the best fiddler in town came to court the widow. Since Aaron was dead, the fiddler wanted to marry her. The two of them sat on one side of the fire, and Aaron sat on the other side, creaking and crackling. "How long do we have to put up with this dead corpse?" the widow asked.
What?
"Something must be done," the fiddler said. "This isn't very jolly," Aaron said. "Let's dance." The fiddler got out his fiddle and began to play. Aaron stretched himself, he shook himself, got up, took a step or two, and began to dance.
There's hands.
With his old bones rattling, his yellow teeth snapping, and his bald head wagging, and his arms flip-flapping, and round he round and round, and with his long legs clicking and his knee bones knocking, he skipped and pranced around the room. How that dead man danced! But pretty soon, the bone broke loose and fell to the floor. "Look at that," said the fiddler. "Play faster," said the widow. The fiddler played faster. Crickety-crack, down and back, the dead man went hopping, and his eyes kept dropping. This way, that way, pieces just kept popping. "Play, man, play!" cried the widow. The fiddler fiddled, and dead Aaron danced. The Aaron fell apart, collapsed into a pile of bones, all except his bald head bone that grinned at the fiddler. Cracked his teeth and kept dancing. "Look at that," said the fiddler. "Play louder," cried the widow. "Ho ho," said the head bone. Aren't you having fun?" The fiddler couldn't stand it. "Widow," he said, "I'm going home." He never came back. The family gathered up Aaron's bones and put them back into the coffin. They mixed them up so he couldn't put them back together. After that, Aaron stayed in his grave, but his widow never did get married. Again, Aaron had seen to that. The end.
Wonderful.
That was a good one.
Truly amazing.
That was a good one.
10 out of 10.
I liked it. I enjoyed it a lot.
What?
The only sad part about it was that someone killed a lot of you.
That is okay. I don't mind. It's Cat Warrior. They try hard. You know what? Don't matter. They're doing good.
And Jeff Bridges is causing genocide.
To be fair, Tiny Cat did raid mostly just
Yes, stay out, and you just killed him.
Sentry so I can leave.
You killed Rick Ashley, dude.
Maybe.
Why'd you kill Rick Ashley?
No.
You know what? He rickrolled me too many times.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
Alright, story time is over. I hope you all enjoyed those scary stories to tell in the dark.
That was
That was
great.
great,
Thank you.
That was
I
fun.
will stop
Medic,
recording.
thank you.
I don't think that's ever happened to me before, just reading a story instead of beating the shit out of people.
I must
Yeah.
bow to the crowd. I will bow. And the recording ends.